Don't ever ask Jesse to park a car for you.
Okay. Listen, I make no bones about the fact that I am not the best driver.
Okay, so because of the overnight parking ban, we park in a parking lot across the street. And then when we get a second, instead of running to like the washroom like most radio hosts do, we actually go move our cars so we don't get any issue. Yeah. You can park on the street as a 7, right?
It's like playing Frogger with bylaw.
So a few things I've discovered about you is that maybe you need to revisit the driving handbook.
Why is that?
Well, because, or not even just that, we need to go over parking signs. Because we go into the parking lot across the street and I ask you, why are you parked on that side? And you're like, well, because I can. Why is everyone else parked wrong? You're parked where it says not to park.
Okay.
And you're like, no. Everyone else has it wrong. I'm like, why would everybody?
I know.
Like over what? 20 cars have it wrong and Jesse Reynolds have it right for one single car.
I say to her, I'm like, look at all these people. Can't they read? Because on one side it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The other side, Tuesday, Thursday. And so I was parked on what I thought was the right side because I've been going on the days of the week.
Yes.
But if you look just a few inches above that,
there's a giant circle with an X.
Okay, I'll own that.
And after you said, it's Thursday, right? And I was like, yeah. They're like, why are all these people parked on the wrong side? It says, do not park Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today's Thursday. And you're looking at me like, what are you talking about? And you're almost getting sassy with me as I'm trying to explain it to you. And I'm like, I was being nice about it. I'm like, but look at this.
See, I'm going to own that one. And she's like, Jesse, what does a circle with a P and a line through it mean? And you should have seen all the lights come on. I was like, wow. All this time when we've been doing this, I've been on the wrong side.
Yes,
I'm lucky.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten
Me
a
too.
ticket.
Me too.
So now that's the Kingston bylaw is listening.
Yeah,
Be careful
please.
because now you might get a ticket.
We have cookies.
So then we move our cars to where we can park. Okay. And you're parking. First off, you're like, I can't see through my back camera. And I'm like, well, why aren't you relying on your mirror like you should?
Because my back window is covered too.
Okay. I park my car and you're like, okay, tell me when to stop. So I'm like, okay, stop.
Oh my God.
And you're screaming, I hit your car.
I fully.
What? You didn't hit my car there.
Okay, let me give some context because there's a lot of snow and ice on the street. And so sometimes people park way too close. So we were trying to do a thing to leave each other space so we could get out. And I full on thought that I hit your car and I was about to get punched in the face or something because I hit a bump of ice and it felt like I backed into your car.
I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, what? And there's a witness to all of this.
Oh, there was
one
a
of
few.
the lovely construction workers from the construction next door is watching and he is laughing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I look at how far you're parked away from the curb. I'm like, you need to park closer. You can't be parked that far away. So then what do? You ask me to park your car. I'm like, I am not parking your car. Like,
I know. What
could
a
you
nice
imagine
friend.
if I had?
Well, you would have done a good job, I'm sure.
And then I guilted you. And then what happened?
Because, okay, after she refused to move my car for me, meanie, I was like, I'm going to leave it then, about 6 feet away from the curb. And she says, I really think that you should go fix it. And so I did fix it.
Yeah, you parked on another street.
I figured the construction workers got enough of a show. I was too embarrassed to fix it again in front of him.
In fact, when you went back out, he was still laughing.
And shaking his head.
Catch Fresh Mornings with Monica and Jesse. Weekdays on 104.3 Fresh Radio.